Hi y'all, what's up guys? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Y'all know I gotta put a disclaimer. All rights, image, clips, and other. We don't claim ownership on this stuff. We just heard just to expose, not to find out what the truth is, cause we know the truth. We here to expose only. And we finna expose YouTubers only, one at a time. If you watching this, and if you J for K, Trey ain't finna tell you this. All these YouTubers that was out here giving us a narrative, they went straight from the start, and they ain't straight to the end. They're gonna keep that narrative rolling, and let's expose them one by one. I got tea. I got tea all day. I'm so confident in my spilling of the tea because that's what I specialize in when I got on this case. Because they taught me, you want to know how to spill tea? You got to go by this way and spilling tea. Or you could be a part of these suckers and keep your light going and get a narrative rolling and all that old stuff. Now I'm a true seeker. I'm sticking to my guts, my roots. And I don't believe in all that old dumb shit. I believe in telling the truth and exposing lies. And I don't care how anybody take it. Cause check this out. I don't care if it's your favorite YouTuber. I don't care if it's your favorite celebrity. I don't care if this your favorite creative content. The truth is the truth and the lie is a lie. See what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm going live with everybody in here, cause check this out. Let's expose them one by one. 54 keys, you the first one on my list. I'm waiting on your response. I want to talk to you. I want to rap with you. I ain't finna be with you. I just want to know, will you step foot on this panel and address the allegations that I want to do publicly with the world, and let's set the record straight. Instead of no beef, we J for K. You say you J for K. Shit, we got the fight started. Who down? Y'all down with me? If you down with me right now, how many people in my live right now? I ain't looking at numbers. I'm just asking, how many people in my live? You got a notification bell on, right? So if you got your notification bell on and you know some tea finna get started, all I just ask in the name of Jesus, share this live for Kenneka Jenkins. Let me rephrase that. Kenneka Jenkins is a character, a fictional character somebody made up. So we need to rephrase her name if we wanna seek real justice. If they said something about missing twins in the Pittsburgh and stuff, and that's Aisha Fowler. Aisha Fowler, Kenneka. Well, you know how things go. You know. I don't want to waste nobody's time if they don't, you know what I'm saying, want to like and share. I ain't gonna waste nobody's time. I don't care about the comments no more of people opinions. Yeah, no, you really didn't show nothing. You know, all that old tea you done spilt last night. You didn't even really show nothing. I see why they coming like that. I see why they coming like that. Mm-hmm. So let's expose YouTubers one at a time. 54 keys, top of the list. She wasn't straight. She told us a lie. You could trace her family tree, and we can expose her family tree, and we can get to the bottom of this. Cause Trey Gang got shovels and all kind of tools that I need to dig in the dirt. You know what I'm talking about? It got to a point when I had the shovel, digging in the dirt, pulling out the roots and shit. Man, I had to buy more too. I had to go to Home Depot. When I went to Home Depot, they said, yeah, you gonna need these and shit. Then they got so desperate that I'm digging with my bare hand. Like, boo, I got it. You know what I'm talking about? You know how like the explorers, when they went to Egypt and it got to a point they had shovels and all this, then they brought out the brush. Yeah, we got ding, ding, ding. Yeah, look, brush this off. We don't want to, let's be real. Who is a J for K supporter? Cause this what this live finna be about. Roll the baby for the Trey Gang. No commentary no more. My mic is muted. You know what's going on? What Trey Gang told y'all. All I just got to do is play 54 keys. Let her videos burn bridges. Burn bridges. We know the truth. We know a narrative. We know what's going on. So let's just watch all her videos. Say, oh, wait. Whoa, wait a minute. Share this live because I want 54 Key respond. And let's see who on whose side. Shall we, gang? Starting from her first video.
Question number one, where's this nigga at? I know we was running around here talking about who is this nigga, but again, where is this nigga at? I'm one who believe that Kenneka died in that hotel. I don't think she died in the freezer, but I believe that she died in that hotel. But I couldn't figure out, like, where? And when this picture came out, I think this is where this nigga is sitting. He's back here in the back by this fucking freezer. Right there. So when it scanned back there, just peep the room and how the room is set up. Right here. Right there. So look at this room. That's where I think she was. This is a copy of the Pharaoh scan of that same room. Next to the freezer.
I like an informant, don't it?
Again, that's a close-up of that room, pantry, whatever you want to call it. And look at the baseboard. It's like a dark brown, like with a dingy ass white wall. Now look at this motherfucking picture. When I looked at this picture, I instantly went to the baseboards. And where could she be? So again, where is this nigga at? Somebody tell me that shit. Because I want to know.
Keep this in mind. We know 54 is working with Straight Drop. Proven. Receipts been proven. No speculation, no conspiracy theories. No conspiracy theory. So 54 working with Straight Drop and Straight Drop working with Miss Teresa. Right? Now you peep out the game. And you peep this.
I think that's Kenneka land right there, man. And I'm telling you, I know we going back to the beginning, man, but we got to put the fire up under these niggas. So let's go. Gang, gang. There you go. And look who walking in front of him. Dude with the black hoodie and Bree all up on this nigga. Uploaded to a YouTube. 54 keys and I'm back, y'all, putting niggas in the spotlight. Justice for Kenneka. So there was a text message that came out. I saw it on a YouTube video that was uploaded to a YouTube video on September the 12th. This was the text message from Monifa to Irene. And in the text message, Irene asked Monifa, like, girl, why don't you tell them what happened? So then Monifa replied, watch it. And it's a video, but whatever was in this video spooked the shit out of Irene, because then Irene was like, well, shit, girl, now you gotta fess up, you know? So whatever the fuck was in this video, Irene saw that as, shit, girl, you better you better let these motherfuckers know what time it is, you know? But this was the video.
So they let you know, straight drop, Miss Teresa, 54 keys. Working with Miss Teresa, right? Because if you go back, what was really going on at that time frame, now this video exposing everything. That's what they were doing. That's why Miss Teresa said, call, let me talk to the security about the camera. That's why Miss Teresa, yeah. Let's act like we don't know 54 motive. 54 motive. 54 motive. You think she was telling the truth or she was telling a lie? Look, I'ma tell y'all, 54 op. She working with Straight Drop. Straight Drop was working with the family the whole time. This why they released the picture. Cause when Miss Teresa will upload video, this Miss Teresa way let Straight Drop expose Crown Plaza wicked deeds. Cause somebody recording a video heading in the basement where she actually was to move her to the freezer. Cause now you know what time they moved her from the freezer, right? According to the 911 dispatch, the police frequency. Guess what they were doing at that time? Ain't no more speculation. You see what I'm saying? Hold up. Wait a minute. Let's get this clear of this video. Let's make this perfectly clear. This is the real reason why they giving us this information to catch Crown Plaza up of the harvesting, the police cover up, the corruption. So if it go according to the way they want to go, you got them organ harvesting. We knew Kenneka sold to the devil and all this old stuff. It "59 likes. I'm reading the chat. I'm trying to see if we focus on what's really going on the screen or the chat. We'll be right back. Learn today. So this the second video. 54 show. You go back to 54 Key channel. The very first video. You get this. Then you get this video. What Trey Gang was spilling tea? This the tea. This is the tea. Cause we going back to 2 something in the morning. Let's get that perfectly clear before I play any video. Then Miss Teresa will upload and fabricate videos round about this same time. Check this out. You can believe this video that I showed you on the screen, that's what will be going down at 2 something in the morning, meeting up with police officer on their way to the basement to get her out the basement to take her to the upper freezer. This is what you're going to see on the screen. Or you can believe Irene live video, she in the room talking about the shades. Sound like 2 different kind of narratives going on, ain't it? Get those lights up. It's 100 people in here right now, and I'm gonna tell you something. This case means so much to me. I swear to God, I'm finna shut it down in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes. In 2 minutes. And if I shut it down in 2 minutes, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just start dropping videos back to back. And let you be like, well, what's this video all about? What's that video all about? And never go live again. And just drop videos. I'm finna play with the whole system. Yeah. Real talk. Yup. And I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I ain't gonna sugarcoat shit with the game. Nope. And I've been talking for 1 minute. You got 1 fucking minute left. Want the red pill or the blue pill? And watch how fat meat is greasy. Yeah. Man, this shit finna get real serious. Real serious. And then when I shut it down, don't say I tried to tell you what was going on at 2 something in the morning. 54 key video. 2 something in the morning. 2 something in the morning. You don't think fat me greasy? I give it an extra minute just to show you how many ops in here. Boy, ain't this a sad case? Boy, this shit sad. Talking about you just a fucking nigga. Really, though? Really? Yeah. Watch how this finna work in Miss Teresa's favor. Yeah.
Somehow we got this video footage right here, and it shows a white girl and a white guy walking through the kitchen. But I think that was all edited. But Straight Drop took this video and did some screenshots. And this is one of the screenshots.
And check this out. How did Straight Drop get that footage? Cause somebody got to be there with the family to record this. So how Straight Drop get that footage? Ain't this weird? Yeah, 77. You don't think fat meat greasy? Wait a minute. Second video, 54 keys, that was made 7 years ago. They got 10,000 views on this. And you mean to, oh, what's up with that video? Everybody confused, like, damn, what's up with that video? Oh, now they got the confessor. Look, watch this.
Screenshots that he caught. Now, some people said they saw titties. Some people said they saw ass. I ain't seen none of that. I see a nigga in a light colored sweater, you know, and then I thought like, damn, you know, was it a nigga, you know, in one of those sweaters at the party? So this is what the fuck I found. This nigga right here. And we know he was at the party. And we all remember this fucking live right here. So this
That's supposed to be at 2 something in the morning, right? Way we was thinking in the beginning, according to Mr. Reese, this the video she wanted us to see. But she started out with the video, everybody downstairs going to her basement. Mm-hmm. Oh, downstairs in the basement, right? 54 keys. You ain't got shit going on right now. You heard my live, and I know you watching. You need to come on my platform. You can make this the easy way or the hard way. I just want to rap. I just want to talk. You see what I'm saying? That's all I want to do. You say you JFK and you had dreams. I remember the dreams you told everybody. I had a dream. Never forget. I see why you would have a dream. Like you Martin Luther King. You know what I'm about? I'm trying to know what I'm about. Hold up. Let's spill tea. Cause everybody know what was going on September the 9th at 2 something. They with the police. It's on the police frequency. They talking about a camera. They already got a missing person report in the play at 2 something in the morning. Hold on. Let's spill some tea. Since I spilled some tea, oh, that's what they were doing at 2 something in the morning. Boom, boom, boom. Then the hotel surveillance want to show her roaming for an hour at 2 something in the morning. But the whole time they were meeting up in the basement at 2 something in the morning. Donna Jones, don't make me do it. I'm that type of nigga in the club with that cup, with that tea. I'ma bump in just to spill tea on you. Boo! Oh, my bad. Sorry. I ain't mean to splash it with all this tea. You want to fight? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Because the person will be like, oh, my bad. I understand. You know what I'm talking about? It's the one that you spill the tea on got a problem with. Like, yeah, we got to kill him and make it club violence. You see what I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm that nigga, bro. Yeah, I'm that nigga. Get 54 keys in here. Y'all think I'm playing? Yeah, get 54. Let's say I'm a cloud chaser, right? I'm cloud chasing like a motherfucker. Yeah, I'm a cloud chaser. I'm running out of views. And my views getting low. And I'm struggling, you know. They gonna tell y'all, you know, I ain't got nothing better else to do. But the whole time, shit, I did have nothing better else to do. Because I was like, well, shit, since I ain't got nothing better else to do, I might as well go to Google Maps, go to police report, and go to surveillance footage, and all these motherfucking statements, and all this old shit. I got time for that. Hello, Jack. 54. I understand why you popped up in that chat and said, I love Trey Gang. I love him. He be spilling some tea. Yeah, bitch, that tea finna be hot. Cause that same tea I was spilling then, I'm spilling 99. And I'm finna scald you. You gonna need they gonna need medical reports now. Be like, damn, 54 been scald with boiling hot tea, you know what I'm talking about? These 3rd-degree burns here, you know what I'm talking about? They gonna say this 3rd-degree burn. They gonna make it sound like I'm Illuminati now because she got 3rd-degree burn. Matter of fact, 33-degree burns, you know what I'm talking about? Like, damn, look at the burn marks, you know what I'm talking about? I'm not finna play no video till I get 100 likes. Until I get those goddamn 100 likes, let me scald them right quick with some hot goddamn tea. We gonna see those goddamn wounds. Yeah, they gonna need, Band-Aids can't do shit about this. You know what I'm talking about? Shit, if you talking about some greed, cause when I scald the motherfucker, look, you gonna survive. But the war wound, the damage is gonna be real. Shit. shit, give me some butter. Now you gonna need more than butter. You need paella sauce. Rub that on the wounds. Yeah, and I'ma heal you. Tell me what happened, goddammit. All right, Trey Gang, shit. I'm so. I'ma tell you. This what happened. This what we were trying to lie about, Trey Gang.
This is the Ty Rolling Live. And Kenneka started to, like, hide her fucking face when she realized that these niggas is recording her. That they're recording her. She didn't want that shit. She like, hell nah. So she didn't get smacked. No shit like that. It wasn't no shit like that. But look at this shit. The guy that's recording in the blue shoes, and then the nigga that's standing right there next to his ass. In them Timbs and them motherfucking pants that's like colored in the front. So, I'm like, well, damn, she hiding from these niggas. This is a screenshot of it. So he's standing right there next to the dude in the blue shoes.
Check this out. Following the script. This is what Miss Teresa wants us to believe at what was going on at 2:07 in the morning, and 54 followed the script. She want everybody to look. This what's happened. I'm 54. Look, I'm finna break this down. We on your ass. She must then think about her own ass. Yeah, I'm touching your booty now, boo-boo. Call that assault. Cause we finna flame your ass up.
And now look at this. I don't know if I'm tripping, but that might be that nigga in the reflection on that fucking freezer. That nigga right there. And like this video footage right here, we all suspected that nigga in the all black with the black hoodie on. We've been on his ass. We was on his ass in the beginning. You know what I mean? But I think we overlooked some niggas that came in behind him. So, this footage right here, like I said, is going to show dude in a black hoodie. Here he come, walking through this motherfucker. Looking suspect as hell. We got that nigga right there. And we like I said, we had our high beams on that nigga long ago. When this shit first, when we first got the video footage, we was on his ass. Because we thought we saw a motherfucker in a black hoodie walking with Kenneka when she was in the hallways. So he comes in at like 3:25.
Now keep this in mind. We already know about the blue jacket 54 came with. So if she was talking about blue jacket would be in the kitchen, they're going to have to be around about this time, right? Ooh, shit. Oh, remember the blue jacket? I seen the blue jacket in the kitchen when Kenneka was roaming. So remember that blue jacket with this narrative. Hello? Can we get a thumbs up so we can get a clear understanding of what we listening to? Can we get a clear understanding of what we listening to? This just the second video that she made in the case. Come here, 54. I want to touch your ass right quick. You know what I'm talking about? Is you gonna scream, bitches, that Trey Gang touch my booty? He touched my ass over here. I need to tell the world he touching booty. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, report me. You know what I'm talking about? Cause when you found those reports out, boy, you finna expose your. What's your statement? Why you talking like this?
At 30 something.
I know, bitch.
Look who comes in behind it.
Yeah, I see that.
At 3:26, not even 30 seconds later.
Yeah, I know that.
You got these niggas right here. Look at this nigga. Yeah. We on your ass. We on your ass. Who is dude?
On your ass too, boo boo.
Because like I said, I think that's that nigga right there in the reflection. And I could be wrong. Y'all can let me know in the comments. You know what I mean? But that's just how I see it. I see where they're going with the whole ass thing. But I think.
Don't forget about blue jacket in the lower level, standing in the corner in the cut. Y'all remember the blue jacket in the cut? Ooh, this tea getting hot. Man, Trey Gang, the tea getting so hot cause you finna scald them. That's assault charge. That's like a felony. I'm finna get felony charges now, y'all. Scalding people mentally. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't gotta touch him. I never go to jail because I ain't it was mentally, you know, I destroyed them mentally, not physically, you know, so it wasn't no bodily harm, it was mentally harm, you know what I'm about? I'm gonna make them feel like mentally ill. When I get through with them, they're gonna be in the psychiatry, be like, yeah, doc, yes, I've been having strange dreams and you know, yeah, it's gonna be a whole lot of this shit going on. Cause I want her followers to know this. I want her followers to know this. This is not going against, this is not no clout chasing type shit. This is about what I found out that's going on in the Kenneka Jenkins case. And I'm willing to put my life on the line right now just to expose these bastards. Man, I don't even give a fuck if I ever get caught lagging, that's on me. Mentally, me lacking. But if I ever get caught lacking in that situation, you know what I died for. Simple, plain as that. Just being real. And I know that ain't gonna never happen because I'm on a military base. You gotta come through the National Guard, bitch. I'm an army baby, goddamn it. I was in the army, you know what I'm saying? You know, when my mama, she was in the Vietnam and shit. She with the Draco, busting, you know, with that Draco. And this thing, you know, when they were busting that Draco and the enemy had to retreat, and Mom Dude's like, well, shit, I gotta get my rocks off. We done slaughtered these bastards, you know what I'm saying? That's how they got me. That's why they got statues of me over there in Bangkok with the statue of the Payasky. I just had to throw that in just to get the lights up a little bit. So I'm finna play the video and let them criminate themselves.
Nigga's that nigga right there. And I think that nigga has something to do with it. Now they go, when they come in through the lobby, of course they probably went up to room 926. And at this time, Kenneka's supposed to be in the basement some motherfucking where. But in one of these clips, you're going to see where these niggas is leaving. So they come in at what, 326. And then at 352, here come this nigga again. He leaving now. Watch it. Look, here you go. There you go. And look who walking in front of him. Dude with the black hoodie and Bree all up on this nigga. Look at her. Thought. All up on this nigga. Look, dude in those pants and that sweater, he get the fuck up out of there. And after that footage, you know, that's when the nigga in the black hoodie comes running the fuck back out. I think them niggas is in this shit together. You know, that's what I feel. Look, I know he was at the party. No, he was. And he's standing next to the nigga that's filming in the blue shoes. This shit is crazy. You know, you can't tell me, I mean, and this is just my opinion, but that's that nigga down there in the freezer. It's a couple other niggas down there in that freezer. You know, shout out to Straight Drop, you know what I mean? He found a whole bunch of shit in these reflections and Beach Beauty and Bad Barbie. Come on, man. Like, we got to be on it. Let's get.
And look, she named everybody that was a part of this conspiracy on the channel. Voila. Hello. Did you see that move? Yeah, shout out to everybody. So, since that was going on round about that time, right, 54 Kid? Let's talk about Blue Jacket.
Once you try a comfort hoodie, you can't go back to regular hoodies. They're slightly weighted, super oversized. It's that.
What's going on, y'all? And I just got a quick question for you. I was going over some old footage, and I want to know if this is the same guy. And um, and I want to start with the screenshot that we got from Taz Live. Y'all remember this shit where we thought somebody was standing in the background picking Kenneka up, and a lot of motherfuckers was like, "Nah, that ain't Kenneka," you know. But I focused in on the motherfucker that had on that long sleeve like white shirt or jacket, whatever it is, and maybe some black pants. So we got him in Taz Live. And then I know y'all remember this shit from the beginning where she was walking down the hallway and it looked like a motherfucker was standing back there in the background watching her. You know, and again, I keyed in on the light colored shirt, the dark jeans, and the um, white tennis shoes. So okay, keep that in mind. Then we remember after they sent out that one dude standing in the hallway, this shit came out. And it looked like Kenneka was fighting for her life back there, man, at the end of that hallway. And it was a motherfucker in a long white shirt or jacket and some black pants. And then my nigga Straight Drop came with this shit from the kitchen. It was a still shot where he, you know, where motherfucker talking about, oh, it's somebody back there scooping ice and Straight dropping his droppers and I'm one of them. You know what I mean? It was like, nah, hell nah, it's more shit going on back there. You know, and a lot of people didn't want to.
Ooh, wee. So since we know this the real reason why Straight Drop wanted to blame the ice machine killer involving the employee. That what Miss Teresa wanted. This what was going on at 2 something in the morning. But in reality, once you listen to the police frequency, they was meeting up in the basement talking about a missing person report and they camera. And while all of this what was going on, guess what the truth really was doing? Miss Teresa will upload videos round about this same time. Ooh wee. Don't that make sense now? Thumb me up, do that make sense now? We here, ain't we J4K? You want the truth or you want your favorite YouTubers? Hi y'all. Now you see why 54 Kids jumped in Trey Gang chat. Hey Trey Gang. Hi y'all, I love you boo. I love you too, sugar dumplings. And I got to show you some tough love. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't sweet with me. Fucking with me, you gonna taste some salt, bitch.
Believe it, but again, I focused in on the long white sleeve shirt or jacket,
Salt
whatever
go
it is,
good with
and
beef.
the dark jeans. You know, everybody was onto this shit, you know, and I hated to see motherfuckers trying to debunk Straight Drop because he saw this struggle. I saw it. There was a lot of people that saw it. But then it got me to thinking that, you know what I mean, I wonder if this is the same struggle that we see at the end of the hallway, but from a different angle. You know what I mean?
Damn, Candace,
All
Star,
right,
you
and
hear
Straight
this
Drop
shit,
came with this. He's
Candace?
pointing at dude, and it's a reflection off the freezer, and it's a motherfucker in a white shirt and black pants. Okay, so we keep finding this motherfucker that's got this white shirt on and these black pants. You know, he all through this footage.
Keep this in mind. This supposed to be leaked off Monifa phone. Think about this. If this when they first released this, the pressure that we got that Irene supposed to leak this, cause Monifa told her, girl, I got the video. And Irene supposed to be like, girl, now you gotta confess up. So now everybody like, oh my God, these bastards. And this thing you know, it was all a lie. And guess who played the role with it? 54. 54. You can look at 54 picture right now. The bitch look 100. And the bitch could be a damn near. They let you know the case took a toll on. Cause I'm like, damn, look at the wrinkles in her eyes. Look at the lumps in her face. She's struggling. The bitch scratched to me. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, we all can't be crazy. Motherfuckers was trying to make it seem like we was crazy. We can't all be crazy. Look at all this right here, man. Is this the same dude? The guy standing at the end of the hallway? The dude picking up Kenneka in Taz Live? You got on the right hand side, you got that struggle from the kitchen. And then you got a reflection of this motherfucker on the freezer. And that was the text message that Monifa sent Irene. And again,
Hi y'all, like I said, now think about this. If the Crown Plaza made them put her in the freezer and got it on surveillance footage, so now you see why Mitch Teresa said where that camera above that freezer. And when Mitch Teresa said that camera above that freezer, just imagine the video they got that will support a camera, not directly above the freezer, but angling at the freezer. So what you gonna do? You gonna release that surveillance footage? Cause if you do, we got cell phone footage. So we all caught. You see what I'm saying? You see what's going on there, Tucson. Now you see 54 Keys and Straight Drop really helping Miss Teresa out. Cause all of a sudden, cause you know what? The missing twins from Pittsburgh. I'm through talking, y'all. I just want to just play all 54 Keys video. Since we got an accurate narrative now, watch how 54 sound like a devil, and I'm out.
again, we see the motherfucker that's got on the white shirt and the black pants. I know we all can't be crazy, y'all. So y'all let me know. Is this the same dude? Is this the same guy, man? Leave that shit in the comments.
All over the earth, God is...
Do you have old pictures on your PC or smartphone? Then this video is for you. Nobody believed me at first, but now everybody wants one. My friends roasted me for getting...
Damn, I'm glad they brought that commercial because I saved all my photos. I shared all my receipts. Appreciate the advertisement.
Yo, 54 Keys, and I'm back putting niggas in the spotlight. Yep, that's what we do. We put niggas in the spotlight. And today, we talking about Irene ass. That's where I'm at with it today because I don't think Irene is as guilty as motherfuckers is making her out to be. She ain't no angel for sure, but she ain't as guilty as we making her out to be. I know I keep going back to this text message that was sent in September, but y'all gotta understand that this shit was uploaded to a YouTube video, September the 12th. They found Kenneka on the 10th, okay? So that means that this message had to be sent between what, the 9th and the 12th? I mean, right after she was found, you know, or...
Oh, just by her saying that, thumb me up. Just by her saying that, did she just told on herself?
Or you know, or at least that day, you know, and then in September, but y'all Irene ass. That's where I'm at with it today because I don't think Irene is as guilty as motherfuckers is making her out to be. She ain't no angel for sure, but she ain't as guilty as we making her out to be. I know I keep going back to this text message that was sent in September, but y'all gotta understand that this shit was uploaded to a YouTube video, September the 12th. They found Kenneka on the 10th, okay? So that means that this message had to be sent between what, the 9th and the 12th? I mean, right after she was found, you know, or at least that day, you know. And this text message was huge to me. This was really important to me because it was two things that bothered me about this. One being that it was a video footage or a thumbnail of a video from the kitchen. Now at this point we didn't have no kitchen footage. We didn't have that. We didn't get that shit to around like September the 15th, some shit like that. But this video showed the kitchen and also It was the fact that Monifa had the video. So how the fuck did she get it? You know? So I want to break down this text message so motherfuckers understand where I'm coming from with this shit. Um, I know none of these bitches are angels. None of them. You know what I mean? But I mean, let's keep it 100. I mean, it is what it is. But this text message right here, Monifa sent it. And again, how the fuck did she get it? And so in my mind, you either recorded it yourself or you knew a motherfucker that recorded it and they sent it to you. Which I don't even think is that. I think Monifa was down there in that motherfucking kitchen, and this dirty bitch right here know exactly what the fuck's going on and what time it is. Okay? She's not innocent in this shit. But I think Irene stands out to me because once I broke down this fucking text message, it was kind of like, damn, I don't think Irene knows as much as this bitch right here. I don't think she did. And a lot of motherfuckers, they was slamming Irene. You know what I mean? Slamming her ass. And I said I had my little 2 cents. You know what I mean? But it's cool. But let's dissect this motherfucking message. Irene asked her, girl, why won't you tell them what happened? To me, that sounds like a motherfucker who is basically that know bits and pieces of some shit, but they don't know the whole story. So she's basically saying, now I don't know who them is. I don't know if she's talking about Miss Teresa. I don't know if she's talking about the police, the hotel. I don't know. But she's saying, girl, why won't you tell them what happened? So in my mind, she's basically coming at Monifa like, shit, bitch, tell them. Tell them what happened. And she's saying it in a way as that made me kind of feel like she wasn't there. She didn't know exactly what went on in this motherfucking kitchen. So when Monifa replies, Monifa says, watch it. And then you have this fucking video right here. Now, to me, that sounded like somebody was basically saying, shit, bitch, look at this shit right here. This is why the fuck I can't tell them what happened. Look at this shit. You know what I mean? To me, that's how Monifa responded. And then what did Irene do? She said, bitch, see, now you gotta fess up. So whatever the fuck was in this video, I'm telling y'all, means a whole lot to this fucking case, man. I was glad to see Straight Drop and all these motherfuckers dissecting this video, which I'm gonna show y'all here at the end. But, bitch, see, now you gotta fess up. That don't sound like a guilty motherfucker to me. That sound like somebody basically done seen some shit in this fucking video and was like, shit, bitch, you better tell them motherfuckers, you better fess up. If she was guilty, why the fuck would Irene say that? If she was guilty, shit, if it was...
Just like what Miss Teresa wanted, throw Monifa up under the bus and let 54 describe it, because 54 could describe it better than Miss Teresa, right? She could, you gotta give props to that. 54 could describe it better than Miss Teresa. That's why 54 come into play to break that shit down in Miss Teresa narrative. But we know the truth. Since we know the truth, let 54 burn her bridges in these videos. That's the whole purpose of this video. Do you see? Put it on Monifa. Then when you go back to the Patricia Fowler case, what Trey Gang show you the images why they got one of them looking like Monifa. Hi y'all, tag 54. She trying to make another video. Yeah, let's talk about real text messaging in the Zaria Harris case. No, bitch, I ain't gonna let you slide with that one. I'm glad that you still alert, cause your name came up, and every time your name come up, you want to come with a YouTube video to throw everybody out. Let's talk about another murder case. Now, B, we still talking about Kenneka Jenkins, the same dream that you had. Hey, we need to go to the dream that she had, right? Matter of fact, let's find that video. Yeah. Matter of fact, let's just play all these goddamn videos. Let me see which one I want to goddamn play. Let's go to the blue jacket. That's exposure.
Welcome back to This U.S. Open Office Plan.
Miller just lobbed a message way over Jones's head using some technical jargon.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? I'm back. And y'all know I just put out that video from Beast Beauty 35 about that email that she got. And while I was making that video, I came across some other shit, y'all, that I want y'all to see, because I don't know what the fuck this is all about, but I want to see if y'all see what I see, you know. And I mean, it's weird as hell. So we're going to get right into it. But remember the video from the beginning, and it's from Ty's Live. Remember this video right here? And Kenneka standing in the party, and then you're going to see her put her hand up to her face. That right there. She turns around, you know what I mean? And then, again, she put her hands up to her face. That. And you can see the white nails and everything. And then remember this shit right here? Dude in the blue jacket. And he put his hands up to his
Hi,
face.
y'all.
You know? Watch it again.
See that? Lying. And
Right
people
there.
had the
Hands up to
surveillance
his
footage.
face. Now
And
look
could
at
have
this shit
easily
side by side,
debunked
y'all.
that.
Is this the same shit right here? You know, and I mean, I ain't being funny, but was that Kenneka in the blue jacket? Like, damn. Like, or I mean, are they playing some sick ass game with us? Like, what the fuck is that all about? But this looked like the same shit to me. And I'm pointing that out because there's a video that I've been working on for a few weeks now that has something to do with the fact that we're watching the same shit but being put in different areas of the hotel, being put in different
Miss Teresa doing?
parts of the hotel. And this shit right here just looks strange as hell to me, y'all. You know, and I just want to know if y'all see what I see. You know, and in both of these pictures, a motherfucker got their hands up to their face, and you can see the white fingernails. I mean, what the fuck is really going on? Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about that shit. Hey, what's going on, y'all? I'm back. I told y'all I was coming back. And I got something else to show y'all. Yeah, we still on the beverage manager's ass over here. We on his ass. And in this video right here, we gonna watch him move. We gonna watch him move. And we gonna key in on a specific time frame between 11:20 p.m. on September the 9th, right before they found Kenneka, up until 12:26 a.m.
Now y'all know when Trey Game broke down what was actually going on at that time frame. Trey Game done broke this shit down in this time frame what 54 finna tell us. You mean to tell me you don't see 54 Keys' motive behind this case? Cause we know what the actual what was going on at this time frame. Look at this narrative.
On September the 10th. Okay? So, yeah, we're going to get into this shit, man. But before we do, we're going to go over this footage right here, man, because this is what they gave us. Kenneka walking straight to the freezer. Then we got this motherfucker right here walking straight to the freezer. So, yeah, let's get into this shit, man. But before we do, let's rewind for the one time. On September the 9th at about 8 o'clock, Lenora and Miss Teresa and them up there acting a fool. But then we see the female manager in the lower level at 8:23:39. And then seconds later, look who's behind her. The beverage manager. Only thing is that he cut this corner and she didn't. But he's right behind her. Now, I don't know what she went down there to do, but what...
Keep this in mind. Then Trey Gang showed y'all a picture of Kenneka in the freezer round about this time. Hold up. Round about that time, the most famous picture I done showed of Kenneka, they took it off a cell phone. On a cell phone. With the dates and the time on it. And guess what Mr. Reese responded? Yes, Trey Gang, because they made us in the parking lot. They made us stand in the parking lot. And the whole time, now I know why your ass was in that parking lot, Mr. Reese, because look what the information I found out. Yeah. You was not on the, you both not, don't be on the premises. But Mr. Reese praised that at that time, since I found out, I'm like, whoa. If this was going on, that just exposed you, Mitch Teresa. Now all of a sudden, no more comments.
What I do know is that he was on her ass. He was on her ass. And then we see her back at the front desk right here at 8:25 on the phone.
101, 201, an unwanted subject.
101. 201.
101, 201, unwanted subject, 5440 River Road, 5440 River Road, Crown Plaza. It's going to be for a female black wearing...
If you go to Hell of a Chick call, this same call you just heard, we know what time that call came in when you knock all 5 hours off of it. Yeah. Never forget, gang, the time stamps, never forget.
Wearing a black sweater and blue jeans, knocking on all the hotel rooms. She's going floor to floor looking for her missing 19-year-old daughter. The hotel would like her out of the property, off the property.
The police was called to the Crown Plaza at 8:29, and they wanted Miss Teresa and them off the property. Yeah. And then don't forget about this motherfucker right here. 5 minutes after they called the police, this maintenance guy ended up in the kitchen where they found Kenneka. And he told us in his statement that when he was in that kitchen, he was in there 1 minute before somebody from the front desk called him and told him to go check the pool. And I told y'all, I felt like he was being redirected. And I still feel that way. But I wanted to know who called him.
Now you see why.
Who called him? So, yeah. I went looking for the front desk footage.
Go, yeah.
Let's see if we can figure out who called him. Watch this.
Watch this. Surveillance footage.
Right here is from the front desk. And it starts at 8:34. Watch the guy at the front desk. And don't forget, at this time, the maintenance guy, he's in the kitchen where they found Kenneka. Remember, he said he got a call from the front desk. He hangs the phone up, picks it right back up, takes some notes, he write down some shit. Okay? Watch it. Hangs the phone up, and then picked up his radio at 8:35. The maintenance guy told us he was only in there for a minute before he received that call from the front desk. And like I said, I wanted to know who called him. So do y'all think this guy right here called him? I do. I think he was the one that called him. But now the question is, who called him? Y'all understand where I'm going with this? Who called him? Yeah. Since we've done a nice little recap, let's go ahead and get into this shit. Because I told y'all we was going to focus on a specific time frame between 11:20 p.m. and 12:26. And we're going to start off with this because some people are still confused as to where the police were reviewing the footage at the hotel. And I'm about to show y'all. So listen to this.
Hey, Sarge, I'm going to go look at the cameras real quick.
Oh, the 54 Key said that was the first call, and the first call we're talking about check the camera. They got to go back to at 2-something in the morning, right? 2-something in the morning. If you're looking at the camera, you still got to go back to the time frame at 2-something in the morning. Like 54 Key broke it down. What was going on 2-something in the morning? People in the basement hearing tours up. Pow! Do that make sense now? Don't that make sense? Still gotta go back to Tucson. Remember the first video I showed you in 54 Key. Hi, y'all. Hello, Jack. It's we on the same track. This just to show you proof. 54. I can't believe you. I thought you was cool. I thought you was great. But now, since I'm listening and learning, oh yeah, you one of them. You a devil bitch.
That call came in at 11:19. So now watch this lobby footage that starts at 11:19.
If you knock 5 hours off that, 10, 9, 8, 7, they gonna go back to 6 in the morning on September the 9th in the morning. At what time in the morning? Guess what? Yeah. Don't it make sense? Forget the footage, what they finna show you, cause that footage supposed to, up that up, and so it can match the timestamp with this, so the people could think this was going on at this time.
And what the officer is saying is that they about to go watch the cameras. I don't know, maybe some of y'all missed it or in the beginning, I don't know. But he says over the radio, we about to go watch the cameras. And then 1 minute later, look at him. The female manager is directing the police officer behind the front desk. And then there's a second call. Yeah, listen to this one.
601 from 609. Go ahead. When you guys are done up there, just meet me where the cameras are, please, or where I'm watching the footage.
So look, I'm finna stop that video. Y'all just heard that call. So now, since you heard about the call about the surveillance footage, don't this sound, look.
If you have a 700 plus credit score, you qualify for Chase's new program where you can access up to 150.
Yeah, we going back to the beginning and we putting these niggas in the spotlight. Justice for Kenneka. Question number 1, where's this nigga at?
Hold on.
There you go. And look who walking in front of him. You know, and this is one of the screenshots that he caught. Now, some people said they saw titties, some people said they saw ass. I ain't see none of that. I see a nigga in a light colored sweater.
So look, ain't that's what would be a perfect time when the police say, can you come downstairs where the camera is right there? And Mr. Reed talking about, it's a camera above that freezer. Now you see how the game playing out? Do you see it now? Because when you go back to the footage, you still got to go back to this time frame. And guess what this time? You can believe this, that was at 2 something, or you can believe Irene live video, she's still in the room. Hi, y'all.
You know, and then I thought like, damn, you know, was it a nigga, you know, in one of those sweaters at the party? So, this is what the fuck I found. This nigga right here. And we know he was at the party.
Check those cameras.
And we all remember this
cameras in the
fucking
basement.
live right here. So, this is the Tyrone live.
This? You can believe that what 54 telling you, or you can believe when 54, if you peep out her game, you will see this.
And then
second call.
There's a second call. Yeah, listen to this one.
601 from 609. Go ahead. When you guys are done up there, just meet me where the cameras are, please, or where I'm watching.
Told you. Now you see why Mr. Reed said it's a camera above that freezer.
Just about approaching.
Cause she know what they were doing at that particular time. So this a camera
came in at about 11:33.
So look, this gonna be a camera that Miss Teresa know that they is not gonna release. So Miss Teresa gonna say it's a camera above that freezer. So guess what? Us gonna be like, oh, it's a camera above that freezer, so they got something to hide. But the whole time, she knew they weren't gonna show that camera because she was a part on that camera. She gonna be on that same camera footage. She know that was just a bluff. Hello.
So he was back there about 13, 14 minutes before he called the other cops like, shit, come meet me where I'm reviewing the footage. And then, look at this shit. At 11:34, look where they going. They going behind the front desk. And I'm telling y'all this because that information is important. Don't forget that. They're reviewing the footage behind the front desk. Okay? So what we about to do now is 11:34 on this lobby footage. What we about to do now is watch them move when they come out that office. Let's go, y'all.
Rosemont from 601.
601, go ahead.
Myself, 609 Tango, and 101. We're going to be going downstairs in the basement area of Crown Plaza, just in case he was communicating with us.
10-4.
Now, when the officers hit those steps, this is...
So all the police calls that you actually heard is the same police call they're gonna be at 2-something in the morning on September the 9th. But since it's gonna be 5 hours off, they're gonna show you this footage trying to support that. Well, we're going downstairs in the basement. So they reenactment of the basement theory on this footage because of what happened at 2-something in the morning of the cover up. Now, do you see what I'm saying? Hi, y'all. Now you peep the game. Now you peep how the police know how to cover up crime because they experts. We not, but we can learn from it. And 54 Keys know that. You see what I'm saying?
This is where they end up, in this hallway right here. And that's where they wanted us to believe Kenneka was coming up that ramp, remember? Yeah, so watch their path. They're in this hallway, and when you get to the end of this hallway, there's a door on the right, and that's where we thought we saw that struggle. And then you can hang this left right here.
You see how she keep mentioning the struggle because it's going to go back to the same time frame at 2-something. Remember when they want y'all to believe it was a struggle down here? It was never a struggle. It was never a fight down here. It would never be a fight if she was drugged and so incoherent she won't be able to fight. But we know the real reason she's going to be drugged and going into surgery. This is what they knew before we found out. Kenneka is a missing twin, end up in the freezer, sold to the organ harvesting people, to the celebrities. They had to cover it up because, damn. They had to cover her case up because she a missing twin in another case. Golly. And then you can track these missing twins out cause once you figured out all it is, it was family trying to cover up of a dude that had babies by a female, took the baby and let the family raise the baby and you know, and keep her on the tight surveillance footage. Cause you know what I'm talking about, documenting her life, fabricated paperwork so she can go to school and all of this stuff. You see what I'm saying? That's the straight facts in the case. The reason why the girl had to get out of here because the mother is up on the investigation because the feds asking, where those babies at? And you could trace back the baby to the family member. So now you see why Straight Drop, 54 Keys, all the rest of the YouTubers had to throw everybody off, and King Rob and Chosen King exposed it all. Cause if you solve Kenneka case, be like, oh, she was set up by her friends and family, that would be a big case, won't it? How she ended up in the freezer and she was sold to the organ, that would be a big case to break, right? Like, damn. But look what would make it even bigger. The girl in the freezer was a missing person the whole time in another case. That's finna really blow it up. And once you really blow that up with that, man, the news do not want to put that information out there. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
And that's what they do. They hang that left. And understand this. This is the same path that they wanted us to believe that Kenneka took. Okay? So watch them. Because I don't know about y'all, but I was still, even to this day, unclear about certain areas on this lower level. And I'm going to tell y'all what I found in this. Y'all might already know this shit. I didn't. But when they get toward the middle of that hallway, they hang a left and end up right here. They end up right here. And that's, you got the female manager showing them into the lower level kitchen. Take note of the time. I know in the last video, when I first saw this, I thought it was about like 10:30 something. Like it was 10:30. But I was looking at the wrong time. Actually, it is 11:37. Okay? So I need y'all to remember that time. Okay? And like I said, I was one who was still confused about the layout in this lower level. So, just so we can clear up some things so we can, put two and two together. I found a video from this girl, I believe her name was like Jennifer Ferreira or something like that. But she walked this lower level. And I want to show y'all some of the things that that had me confused in the beginning. So let's look at a couple things during her walkthrough. When she panned to the left, that's the steps that the police came down. Okay? And she's in that hallway that they walked down. There's that door to the right. I told y'all where we thought we saw a struggle. And when she look in the door, look to the right real quick. I wonder where that door leads to. Looks like an exit door. I don't know. But when she hang this left, now she's taking the same path that we just seen the police take and that we also seen the beverage manager take. When she gets down to the middle of this hallway, I want to point something out to y'all. When she gets to the middle of this hallway, do you notice if when you take a left right there, you got the escalators, and then you got those stairs that Kenneka bumped into, okay? And then when you go straight down this hallway, it takes you into that kitchen. So that was one of the things that I didn't know. Now, so you can hang a left right there and get to the escalator and the stairs. I didn't know that. So now let's look at the path that they wanted us to believe Kenneka took. I mean, this shit still looks weird to me. She comes down the same hallway and she cut this left like everybody else. So she gets down this hallway right here, and now need I remind y'all, I just showed y'all if you go to the left, there's the stairs and the escalator. Why didn't she go that way? You know, that was just one of the things that, you know, that I questioned when I saw this footage right here. But then we catch her, so she's past the escalators and the stairs. She's headed toward that kitchen. And like I said, I was confused about the layout. But then I'm like, okay, well, those doors right there that she goes in right here, where does that lead to? So let me show y'all. It leads into this kitchen right here. So they want us to believe that she walked in one big ass circle. And then don't forget this time right here. So we got at 11:37:13, the police are entering the lower level. Then at 11:38:44, look who in this kitchen. The police. They looking for her. So the female manager then took them down there. And now we got police officers in this kitchen right here at 11:38:44. But then look at this shit. At 11:39:07, look who's walking away from the kitchen. The motherfucking beverage manager. So when he went in, when the police went in, he came out. Okay? So then let's see where he goes. At 11:41, we got him back at the front desk. Yeah, he went back to the front desk. His snake ass. And don't forget, you can review the footage from behind the front desk. So I'm quite sure it's a back office or some shit. And then at 11:43:35, we got the female manager leaving the lower level kitchen. So she done took the police down there. They've been down there about 6 minutes. She done left their ass. They still down there. And now she's headed back toward the front desk. And then she gonna hang this right and go up those steps. And then look who comes out the front office at 11:44. The beverage manager. Talking to the police. Probably trying to push some bullshit ass narrative. And then look, they met up right here when she got up at the top of those steps. Now she's talking to the police officer and the beverage manager. Yeah. And then around this time, listen to the police scanner.
600 for 600. Go ahead, Dan. Yeah, there are numerous areas in this basement and this office sub-basement. I don't know if you want to bring out the firehouse and have them do a secondary search behind us, various research, and then numerous rooms, crevices, levels. Alright, 10-4. I'll get them out here responding cold, and then just pop up in the lobby and we'll make a plan.
The police then came across this scanner talking about it's too many hallways and shit to check and they need some help. And now we see the beverage manager, he walked away from the police officer at 11:45:32, and then he hit the food court hall. And then when you go down this hallway, this is another thing that I didn't know. When you go down this hallway where he's going and you hang a right there, this is where the fuck you come out at. I ain't even know. I told you I was confused about the layout. But he comes down these stairs right here. And he goes in the men's bathroom. And just to let y'all know, he in that motherfucker for like 47 seconds. Not even a whole minute. And now, fellas, this for y'all. I mean, did he go use the bathroom? Like, do it only take y'all less than a minute to use the bathroom? It's just, then he come right back out. Ain't washed his hands, ain't fixing his clothes, nothing. I don't think he used the bathroom. But he went in there. And then he goes through the kitchen this way. So don't forget now, at 11:47:16, he's going into the lower level kitchen. And then at 11:53, look, we got the police leaving from down there. So when they came out, he went in. Okay? And they're headed back to the front desk. So did they run into him, talk to him, what? I mean, what the fuck was he doing? Because it seems as if, as the police were coming out from the lower level, the beverage manager was going in. He was going in. And from the
if you watch the footage, what happened earlier that day, because everybody knows Trey Gang showed y'all the beverage manager went in the kitchen and the chef started changing clothes. And when the chef started changing clothes, he walked out the hotel, but he walked right past Leonora and them. They was right around the same time as the missing person report. And look, as Miss Teresa was calling the hotel, making threats to the hotel round about that same time. If she was making threats to the hotel round about that same time, why do you think you seen the chef start changing clothes and left out the hotel? Now they hit different on it. Don't they hit different on it? But once you understand that, because you were around one something. Now you understand this video.
The time he left, from the time the beverage manager left the front desk at 11:45, he never returned to the front desk. He's down here in this lower level. He never went back to the front desk. I watched the footage from 11:45 to about 12:30. You don't believe me?
What's up, Lord Footage? Hey, Lord Footage, you enjoy my platform? Hey, Lord Footage, you enjoy my platform? If you up in this giant, I must be on it. Hi, y'all. Hello.
Go watch it. He never goes back to the front desk. I mean, but that's where you can review the footage.
That's what everybody said. I just came across your live. They normally pop up when I be spilling some tea like this. That's the same thing Greg Hughes said. I was just popping up and seeing people still talking about the cake because it was popping around my live feed. But I want man for you to join my platform, Lord Footage. What you think? I'm already whipping 54 keys ass right now. You know what I'm talking about? I'm whipping 54 keys ass right now, goddammit. And you might can help me whip some ass. What's you think? This is what's going on. Watch this. I'm gonna play videos. But I understand the whole narrative what 54 trying to do. Look.
So when he walked through this kitchen,
Yeah, I know that. I know that, Lord Footage. I know that.
He went straight to the freezer. He went straight to the freezer. I'm not going to keep saying that. And so now my thing is this. If he never went back to the front desk, and we know that's where they're reviewing the footage, so that tells me there's monitors back there, probably, like I said, in the back office. If he never went back there, when the fuck would he have seen the footage of Kenneka walking straight into this freezer? He was missing for 36 minutes. Where was he? He was on the lower level. And then after he found Kenneka, remember, he went and got Walsh from the dock.
We know the real time on the footage now. We know the real time on the footage, and we know that time right here off. So we'll know the real reason why he was going back there, pointing the police back there. You know what I'm talking about? This shit easy.
And took him straight to the freezer. Yeah. Where was he? Where was he? And now, this is where we at.
301 here. Oh, fuck.
301, everything 10-4?
Negative. I have that subject in the kitchen in a freezer. She is frozen solid.
Did y'all hear somebody in the background say,
Hey, little footage. I ain't say nothing about none of that. You know, I ain't say nothing, you know what I'm saying? Nothing negative about you. I ain't never said, why would you feel that way? Lord footage. Hold on. Lord footage. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold up. Let me go to this right quick. Since you popped up Lord footage, let me pull some of your videos up. Can I pull some of your video up, Lord footage? I know you good in spirit, but I want you to hear what you said about me a long time ago. Should I pull your video up? What you said about me? Know what I'm talking about? Your video still up. Like, I got one right here. Hold on. What you mean that was then? I came in a good spirit. But I remember what you said about me. Nigga, you are off. Don't try to come in here and have sympathy and shit. I come in here with good spirit. You feel this ass whooping coming, don't it? I know it. I told y'all, man, these bitches better stop playing with me. God damn it, you finna get your ass whipped now since you done popped up. I'm glad that you popped up. I was asking for 54, but you showed up. Thank God. Maybe I can get some commentary off your ass, you know what I'm about? Mm-hmm. You must thought I forgot or something. I come in good peace and humble, Trey gang. Oh yeah? Ain't shit peaceful about me. Everything loud. The Kush loud, the Draco loud, the bitch loud. You know what what I'm saying? So y'all look. Y'all got to be softer with these people on these YouTube, bro. You know what I'm talking about? What you mean, come on with it? I just came with it. Thunderboot ass nigga. Now you change your tune up. Come on with it, Trey Gang. I just came with it. You know what I'm about? You remember how you told everybody, like, yeah, I talked to Trey Gang, and man, you ain't never talked to me. And then what I found out about you, I see why you come in good spirit. Sounds like you got a Jezebel spirit in that booty. Cause that's what I heard. That said, damn, you said that motherfucker opened up like, yeah, that motherfucker got a hole like a cave. You can go in that motherfucker. I said, what? You have step foot in the crown plat. Man, I don't want to hear that shit, bro. You know what I mean, man? You know, I ain't finna let you get me out track. I whip your ass later on. I'm asking for 54 right now. I get back to you. My office hour is 9 to 5. Goddamn it, call in and make an appointment, bitch. Damn. I hate when they pop up under 9. You got an appointment, goddamn it? Set an appointment. Until then, goddamn it, we gotta get on 54 Key because she paid for this information her.
Sold on this nigga in the beginning. My mind ain't never changed. You know what I mean? This shit scared me, nigga. I was around this motherfucker with all the lights on, nigga. My gas and electric high as shit right now. Cause I'm scared to turn the lights off and shit. That kind of shit. You know? Cause this nigga's like this standing off in the corner. I'm in my own motherfucking house peeking around the corner. What kind of shit is that? You know what I mean? But I was in this shit. And this nigga right here in this blue jacket, I've been sold on him from the beginning. You know what I mean? But I had a few questions about this nigga too, though. You know what I mean? So right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show y'all some clips from Irene's live. Let's look at this shit real quick. Yeah, the reflections. Ain't those niggas the red and black? I mean the red and blue. Blue jacket gone. Where the fuck he go? This nigga right here. Where the fuck did he go? Yeah, and okay, he could have went to the bathroom. You know, okay, I get all of that. But at some point, that nigga ended up in the kitchen. He ended up in the kitchen. And this right here, even though you can't see it on the actual post, this was posted at like 3:07. They called that nigga the nigga in the red jacket, the white jacket, and if you look above the nigga in the blue, what you see? The nigga in a black hoodie. Listen, we saw her walk through that kitchen with a nigga in a black hoodie. We got the three colorful niggas off in the cut. I'm telling you. And like these debunk videos, like this shit right here by Gray Hughes, all they did was took this footage and showed us people working. Like, look at dude in the red. But I always believed it was a motherfucker standing in that mirror. I mean, in that little window thing, that nigga in the blue.
when you read the report, like 54 kids here. Greg Hugh put up the video show you people that were working in the kitchen. Go back to Larry Rodder. Yeah, they had an employee preparing food. Yeah, what Kenneka was, she was in the kitchen too, but not on the same frame. You know what I'm saying? Now you see why 54 had to throw everybody out with the blue jacket. Yeah. Hold up, man, this shit finna even get more better.
I've always believed they were down there. And to me, that wasn't debunking shit. Because, now, to the average motherfucker, yeah, I get it. Like, damn, yeah. Because all they was doing was playing with the time. And they said they'll fast forward a couple hours and be like, look, the nigga in the blue jacket's still there. How can that be? And like I said, to the average motherfucker, yeah, I get it. I can understand how you would think that. But when you talking about motherfuckers who know about video editing and layering and things like that, that meant nothing to me. You know what I called them three niggas? The red, white, and blue niggas? I called them niggas the niggas that was stuck in the kitchen. Yeah, that's what they was. However this editing went, it was fucked up. They didn't know what they was doing. Because some motherfuckers was blurred out and some motherfuckers was stuck in the kitchen. And that's why I'm saying, that motherfucker in that window, the dude that was sitting off in the back, looked like he's sitting behind the fan. You know, those colorful niggas was down there. And then what fucked me up, y'all, was these glitches. I was part of that 24-hour glitch, nigga. I was up on it. But look at some of the shit that they caught in the glitch.
So if you were watching the surveillance footage there, you would know there wasn't even no blue jacket, no dude standing against a wall. That's a towel dispenser. Everybody throw their dirty towels there. But you wanted everybody to believe there was a blue. I see why. This is the reason why you would have a troll will pop up at a time like this. If Trey ain't proved, damn, everybody would down her. And I can prove it. It can show the world. The trolls will pop up. Yeah, Trey Gang, I'm coming in peace. In peace? That's how you come on the war field? Oh, something ain't right. See how you change your tune? Now you calling us the circle game. I know what's going on, brother.
See a white jacket, you see red. You know what I mean? And like I said, I was part of that 24-hour glitch, man. And I remember when look at that shit. But I remember when we caught the blue jacket move. Man, we all in the chat room like, straight. The blue jacket moved. The blue jacket moved. He did. He's over here. At one point, the nigga in the blue jacket was over here by this fucking fan. He was. You know, that's why I'm like, you know, this was just one of those things that I felt like I haven't seen or heard anything to sway my opinion about the nigga in the blue jacket being down there in the kitchen. I think his whole motherfucking crew was. And the guy in the black hoodie. I just pointed him out in the picture that them colorful niggas took. All four of them niggas, I think, was in this kitchen. Now, I know y'all probably saying, where you going with this? Like, you know, I pointed out Kenneth Tart and his crew in that message that they sent to, that Monifa sent to Irene. But I think that a lot of shit happened that night. And these niggas is involved. You know, and Like I said, I'm not here to sway nobody's opinion. But look at this shit. You know, Baw's was down there, motherfucker. Somebody in white, somebody in red.
Wait a minute. Did she say Baw's? Hold up. Everybody knows the Baw's narrative what she gave us. Hold up. Now she putting Baw's downstairs. I just want to know is I'm tripping? Because we know what she said about Baw's. Can I go find that video about Baw's? Let me see, can I find that video about Baw's?
And a nigga in a black hoodie. These niggas right here. And like I said, if you look above the nigga in the blue jacket, what you see? And this shit right here. So we know y'all was there. But my question is this. And it's this nigga right here. My question is this. If we see y'all in Irene's live.
Y'all heard it right? So let's play Baw's video right quick.
But I don't have no lobby.
Then she put her in the kitchen at the same time stamp. Let's see what she say about
Hey,
this.
what's going on, my good people? Yeah. I'm coming to y'all today about this video about Kenneka and Baw's, the girl that I nicknamed Baw's at the very beginning of this case. I received a lot of emails, and it sounds like there's a lot of information going around, a lot of questions surrounding Kenneka and Baw's. Now, I want to show y'all a couple things I didn't address back then, so I'm going to address it now. Come on, ride with me. On Sunday, September the 10th, Kenneka was found dead in that hotel freezer at the Crown Plaza. And we was all in an uproar. Everybody that took a hold to this case couldn't understand what had just happened and what they was trying to tell us. Now, there was talk of, release the tapes. Everybody wanted to see the tapes. We wanted to see Kenneka actually walk in this freezer. We got the lives from Irene, from Ty, and then they finally gave us the footage. Now, when all of this started to happen, there was a lot of people reporting on this case. YouTubers, newspaper articles, the news broadcasters. I mean, everybody was on this case. Now, one article in particular came out. I highlighted it right here from the Chicago Tribune, and it's dated September the 13th. Now, in this article, now again, this is 3 days after they found Kenneka. In this article, one of the things that stood out was the fact that they said at 3:20 a.m. that Saturday that Kenneka was seen on surveillance video staggering, drunk near the front desk, according to authorities. Okay? The family says they wasn't told about this until 10 p.m. that night, meaning Saturday night. Because we all remember the footage of when Miss Teresa went up there. Remember at about 8:30, they called the police on them. Because they up there trying to find Kenneka. Now, in this article right here, at 3:20 a.m., this is what was going on in that lobby. Pay attention. When this girl walked through the lobby, I started to call her Baw's because of her hairstyle. Y'all know how I feel about that. It ain't for everybody. But she comes in, she starts talking to the guy that we know to be Trevante Howard, and then him and her leave out. Now, don't forget in that article, it said that at 3:20, she was seen on surveillance staggering, drunk, near the front desk. She ain't look like she was staggering to me. I mean, she walked in, started talking to dude, and left. But
I can tell you what's going on right now about the Bob situation. Notice how it's going back to, like what I told y'all, around 2 and 3 in the morning. Know what was going on in the police frequency at 2 in the morning. No doubts about who was out downstairs. Now you got 54 keys talking about Bob. If Kenneka is downstairs, that means they could have been the cousin on the footage, or maybe they could be the real Kenneka heading toward down there. Hello? I'm gonna play dumb. Right? Cause that's how the odds they be playing it. Cause the minute they were like, yeah, Trey ain't spilling some facts. But the minute if I get one little information wrong, they finna go in. They finna hammer that. They finna hammer that little, you know what I'm saying? And to cancel out the truth, like, forget about everything they else said to get them on that little flaw right there. Look. I just want to ask everybody a question. Do y'all honestly believe 54 is a part of this shit?
But this is what they put out there. And so for a very long time, you know, we all went back and forth on whether or not this was Kenneka. And two of the things that had me kind of on the fence about it was the fact that the hair was different. And if you notice, Baw's looked like she had on maybe some boots, like some Timbs or something, some wheat Timbs. And we knew that Kenneka came in the hotel wearing some Jordans, the Wolf Grays to be exact. So those were the two things that stood out, her hair and her shoes. So let's talk about it. We still riding. Now, assuming that that was Kenneka that we saw at 3:20, come in and talk to Trevante, I want to look at the timeline that Crown Plaza gave us. And I want to start with this right here, because this was one of the weirdest things on that footage that I still to this day scratch my head about, because I was like, what the hell was that all about? And that's when Eugenia Walker and those two other girls come in, meet up with Trevante. It looks like they get on the elevator, they get off on that lower level at 105, and then they make their way back up to the lobby, and then you see them go down the food court hall, and then next thing you know, they're coming back up through the meeting hall. I think that was West Meeting Hall. And then at 111, they're leaving. It was like they made one big ass circle and left. And I never understood that, because it was like, I mean, if they was coming to the party, I mean, they didn't go upstairs. It was like they came in and did a full circle, and at 111 we see them leaving out through the front lobby. And while they're leaving out through the lobby, Kenneka is coming through the back. Take note of what Kenneka is wearing when she comes in. She got on her blue jean outfit. She got on those wolf gray Jordans, and her hair is parted down the middle and it's bone straight. Okay? Don't forget that. We were told that Kenneka kicked it with her friends. They got to drinking, partying. You know, the party got lit. Okay? And then at some point, Monifa and them took her out the room. Nobody knows what happened after that. But don't forget that the first story that we got, Monifa and them said they left her in the lobby. Then it changed and they said, we left her in the hallway. Okay? We still don't know what time it was. Irene told us it was 2 something. We don't know. But then we had this girl come into the lobby at 3:20 or 3:16 based off of their time. Okay? And again, like I said before, take note of what she's wearing. The blue jean outfit, the hair up in the balls, and some boots. Okay? And she in and out. So around 3:20, she leaving out with Trevante. And then they want us to believe that about 12, 13 minutes after she left out from the lobby, that Kenneka was walking toward the freezer. Now, when we look at this picture of Kenneka walking toward that freezer, notice that her hair is back straight. I mean, bone straight. She got back on the Jordans. Now, one or two things.
Check this out. That ain't even Kenneka. That's the relative. Cause once you got her back turned and everything, you can sell it to the public. That's Kenneka. But the whole time, guess who this is? Reenactment. And that's why Miss Teresa said, yeah, that's my daughter. That's your daughter? That's one that was entering the freezer? Yes. Are you sure about that? Yes, that's my daughter right there that's walking in the freezer. What? You said, now you saying 54 Keys look like the person in the footage? Whoa! Wow! Weird! You see how much teeth is squeezed out? Man, damn it! Man, I'm so excited today. Today my lucky day. See, I need to put my cowboy boots on and click my heel 2 times. Wow! I've been waiting on this type of shit. Bro. That's why I just want to just play all 54 Key videos. You know what? Since you mentioned that little footage, now I gotta really tie some ass up. I gotta change people's diapers, man. Yeah, shit on yourself, ain't it? Yeah, let me change that diapers. You know what I'm talking about? Give you from round 2. And I'm gonna feed you your baby boy so you can shit some more. Shitty babies. You know what I'm talking about? Whoever had a dog was like, yeah, I want Butch. You get a dog named Butch and come find out that motherfucker a goddamn shitter. Motherfucker can't stop shitting everywhere, bro. Man, you like, damn, I just took you while you still shitting. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, Jesus, take the wheel. Hey, Lord Footage, I tell you what. I'm going to give you a proper chance because I remember what you said about me and we'll bury the hatchet because I had to get you back on that one. I had to respond even though it's years later. You know, I'm glad that you showed up because I never say nothing behind your back. But I opened up my platform so we could tell the world the truth. Ain't that what you're here for? You want to tell the world the truth? You know what I'm talking about? 54? You got a platform on this channel. We can expose it right now. I mean, that's what we here for. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think, gang? What do y'all think? We ain't gotta go in the comment. We can do this shit live. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about. We could do it live. We could tell the world the truth. Trolling and none of that. That's what I'm saying, man. Y'all need to get those lights up. Man, Trey ain't over here in overdrive now. This shit be wearing me out now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got me over here researching like a real detective. And look, this the cold part about it. Y'all be on me so hard. I really think I'm a detective now because I'm really doing detective work. Look, I'm really doing detective. I'm like, damn, man, I done transformed. I'll never be the police. I grew up all my life. Fuck that police shit, but now y'all got me playing detective. It done got to a point, man, if I cut my camera on and show you the background, I got all type of goddamn, riot shields, you know. I got the whole goddamn, everything the police, when it come to artillery, I got the same artillery, like, damn. I got Dracos, 4-4, Smith & Wessons, and all this bulletproof vegan, damn. Only thing I ain't got is a badge. If I put a badge on, they gonna be saying you criminating law enforcement. That's a felony. I need to get my license. Y'all help me get my my private investigator license so I could tote that Draco on the mission. But if I get my private eye, just imagine I'm gonna be a real threat. I could show up at your door. Your ass gonna come to that motherfucker. Yeah, what you trying to get? I ain't trying to get nothing but some this information about a murder. What? Yeah, and pop that badge out. Ain't shit undercover with me. Fuck you saying? You gonna see me come from a mile away. My badge gonna be sparkling. I don't need no Rolex or no neck choker with bling on it. Now put a badge around that motherfucker. 5-star. You gonna think I'm Vice Lord. Was that a 5-star badge? Yes. I got jurisdiction on the block. You said you niggas running this block? Nope, not no more. Is that you? Is that you sucking hand now? I got jurisdiction. You know what I'm talking about? The Paya unit done took over. Spread your ass, nigga. Cause when I come on the scene, I'm making these niggas spread ass cheeks. Yeah, I'm that nigga when I pull up. Put your hands on the wall. Loosen your cheeks and you spread them joints. Photoshop image there, Jack. You don't want me to be the police. No. I'ma bruise all my power. I'ma bruise my power. I'ma get voted again. Yeah, make that nigga the head sheriff. Yup. I'm making niggas spread ass cheek. I'ma humiliate me a nigga ass. Even on the traffic stop. Pull that sucker over. He a drug dealer. He might got crack in the booty. Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. You know what I'm talking about? Pull that sucker over. I'm the first one out the car. Hey man, you know the reason we pulled you over? Man, you ain't even turned your seating light on, boss. Oh yeah, my bad, yeah, man. You know you gotta be careful out here, man. You know you can put somebody in danger. You don't cut your seating light on. You ain't got no drugs in the car. No, you sure you ain't got no drugs in the booty? No, what you mean, man? Cause that's where they be hiding it in. If we get a dog out here, and if we get that K9 unit and sniff their asshole cheeks. I got to go in, you know what I'm talking about? So you know I got a special K9 unit that fuck with Trey Gang. So when I call my special K9 unit, yeah, come up here on Highway 37 North. K9 unit gonna come up there and bring little pup. Yeah, we got little pup. You know, Child Ray would have been perfect for the job, but you know he passed away. But we got little pup. So Pup finna go crack at that nigga ass and smell that thunder like damn. One nigga had drugs in the booty. The goddamn he ain't washed his ass. The dog could do nothing but get up. Man, just imagine you put the K9 unit and the K9 smell that nigga ass like shit. The fuck? Bag up. You put the dog like damn. You done knocked spunk out the K9 unit. That's another charge. Class A felony, Jack. Don't you know you get 5 years for this and a $2,500 fine? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I know what to do if I'm law enforcement. I'ma humiliate me a nigga. Yeah, you say you would? Yeah, we got a suspect on the Kenneka Jenkins case. We got eyes on the birds. Making a left on Norman Street. Blue light him. I'm running up on a nigga. I don't mind if I'm the police, I don't mind frisking no nigga down. I'm gonna make sure I violate him. And I ain't even gay. Yeah, it's free search? Yes! Man, I'll be the first one in line popping my motherfucking glove. Plow! Plow! You know what I'm talking about? That was the procedure. How I can go in the nigga ass now? Yeah, you got to make sure that nigga cheeks loose. Loose cheeks? Yeah. That's how you know they surrender, you know. If they got it tight, if they booty lock up, that mean they about to run. So you gotta look for those tight booty cheeks ass niggas. They finna run, you know what I'm talking about? But a nigga with loose cheeks, he gonna stay posted, you know what I'm talking about? I learned that from the police academy, man. Whenever I was, cause at first the shit didn't dawn on me then, you know what I'm talking about? Until I peeped the game, I'm like, oh, I see why y'all be doing them niggas like that. Sign me up. Can't wait till you give me my first squad car and put me on duty. Shit, man, them blue lights gonna be going out so much. Them folk I'm gonna have all type of rewards. Trey ain't gonna be a crime fight motherfucker, bro. It's gonna be so many niggas in that goddamn courtroom trying to get the jury sympathy. Yeah, he ran in my booty cheeks and violated my First Amendment. That's a fucking lie. Then I'm showing receipts. This was why I had to go in this booty. I didn't want to do this, you know what I'm talking about? Shit, 21-7 versus the state code penal 347 A B C D E F G. I had to go up in that job. I had to make sure he ain't go smuggle nothing else in the jail system. So we gotta make sure these nigga asshole clear, you know what I'm talking about? Like SWAT. Put your foot in the nigga ass, make sure it clear. Nobody in here is it. You know me, I'm gonna take extra steps. You should know motherfucker in here. Hold tight. But yeah, I tell y'all what. I'm finna end this live and I'm gonna go back live later on tonight. I just wanna just you know what I'm talking about, expose 54. Everybody get the point by 54. No, she was lying. Cause you go back and look at 54 nose pictures. She like Pinocchio. The bitch been lying. Look how swole the nose is. Man, look, cause when I started looking at the over, I'm like, damn, it was in our face the whole time. Look how big this bitch nose is. That's why everybody knows B that told the lie. Man, that lady had humps in that motherfucker. Look, man, that lady had a hump in that motherfucker. I'm like, damn, she must told a big ass lie. Look how wide that motherfucker was so wide. I couldn't even believe it. Like, damn, I thought this shit was fictional character, but shit, you got real characters out here, bro. Living that life, you know what I'm talking about? She should have thought about it when she cut her camera on and tried to say, hey, this 54 key. Shit, it sound like shit, 54 brick. Done goddamn it smash you in the face like boom, bitch. What the fuck? Man, she look like she been in a bad ass car accident and they couldn't even restructure the face. Like, yeah, you know, this mother gonna stay swole. Like, damn, for real? Like, for real? Yeah, your face gonna forever be fucked up. Like, shit, well, let me be in a journalist or something and maybe sure motherfuckers overlook this ugliness, you know what I'm talking about? It's probably why the angels coming down here, because they were like, damn, you know you fucked up, right? Because when they was out there cloning humans and shit, they cloned 54, like, damn, we fucked up. They had a meeting. Look, they was in the meeting like, damn, what you mean? Yeah, when we were creating a female, you know what I'm saying? And shit didn't turn out. We ran out of products. Like, she had way fulfilled. Like, what you ran out? We ran out of brutal supply. So they ran out of brutal supply. So the bitch looked like, Bookman, you know what I'm talking about? That's why she looked like the way she looked like. They ran out of beauty supply and the truck wasn't running. So they had to hit her up with the we like, damn, we ain't got no more female products. You don't mind we give us a man cheeks? Yeah, give us a man cheekbone. So they gave a man cheekbone. You know what I'm talking about? Gave that whole athlete head. Man, you see big her head like an athlete, like damn. This motherfucker gotta be on steroids, you know what I'm talking about? You know, usually when they be swole there, you gotta take a drug test, like, you cheat, bitch. She done got on that steroids and hit that live butt cheat like a boxing match. What's in your water bottle, bitch? My Lord Jesus Christ, take the wheel. And I know Jesus real, cause Jesus, we had a meeting last night. Look, when I got through talking to y'all, Jesus popped up. You know what I'm talking about? When I ended the line, he popped up in the spirit. And we was just chopping it up and shit, you know what I'm talking about? I'm drinking the yak. He brought the wine, you know what I'm talking about? So I'm sipping my yak, he sipping wine, we just going over some things. And I'm like, boy, look, let me ask you this one thing, Jesus. You see those cheekbones? And I'm like, you think this an alien too? He was like, yes, they all aliens. I'm like, damn, I ain't even know. You know what I'm talking about? He told me, you know, the bitch from Stardust. You know what I'm talking about? She from Stardust. And, you know what I'm talking about? They heard the seat, destroy, and kill shit. Cause they said 54 Key caught her first body. When she was 14 years old, she went on a blind date and her breath was kicking like Bruce Lee. They was on a blind date at Mickey D's. You know, they were McDonald's had that real pie meat. They had the McDonald's and that bitch was like, how you doing? And blow that hot ass breath on that man and smother that man. That man died from suffocation, bro. You see what I'm saying? That man died from suffocation. When the autopsy report came back, like, damn, it was a lack of oxygen. They were trying to see, like, did somebody choke him? They were looking for literature marks around the neck. No, 54 Keys had that breath, and that motherfucker was 75% carbon monoxide. So when that motherfucker hit your nostril, Jack, it's over with. It's over with. You done went to sleep and everything. Some niggas will survive. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just saying, y'all laughing, but this shit the honest God truth. I got the police report. They even sued to be like, yeah, you know, you got deadly breath, like damn dangerous breath. Look, when that's why they had to come out with the COVID-19 virus. You know what I'm talking about? That's why the COVID-19 came out. You know what I'm saying? 54 lying on the microphone and goddamn it, and this thing, you know, she threw the microphone in the garbage, and when the truck driver came and picked it up and took it to the landfill, it contaminated the goddamn landfill. So the Fed, the CIA, and the goddamn World National Environment Green people came and they're like, why the fuck? And this thing, you know, they traced the bitch breath back all the way to goddamn Cincinnati, Ohio in Middleton. And we like, damn, bitch, did you know you had dragon breath? She like, I ain't know I got dragon breath. Did you know you done killed 3 niggas with this breath? Like, I didn't know. Cause she wouldn't even know, cause that's a slow death. You know, you breathe some of that breath, you look, the night might be going fine. But when you go home, you start getting morning sickness, like, damn, my stomach, I got cramps. Fuck going on? Then you get dizzy and nausea, like, damn, you calling in and shit, like, this ain't you, why you calling in? You always be at work. Yeah, you know, I'm just feeling down. You really died. And then this bitch tricked you and gave her some sugar. Now your lips contaminated. Now you got big ass fish lips. You trying to, now you at work, they like, damn, why your lips be like, damn, I ate some bad shrimp that night, you know what I'm talking about? And them hoes done blew it up like, damn. That's why I'm glad that I took y'all advice. Like, Trey Gang, you could be a doctor and a investigator. So I did my research and I looked into it and signed up. And believe me, I've been taking my classes and stuff. You know what I'm talking about? So shit. That's another one thing. When I got the real file, they were like, that's another cause of death in the United States. It come at 10th place, dragon breath. I said, dragon breath? They were like, what's the #1 killer? You know, I'm down. They done broke it down in all time and scientific and shit. I'm like, damn, I ain't even never looked at the world like this. That's why you never seen 54 with a man. Cause she done killed him with the dragon breath. So she can't never, cause she had to sign paper like, nope, you can't never get nobody no more sugar. You know what I'm talking about? You can look at the bags around her eyes. And you gonna start your own investigation. Be like, yeah, I know this bitch I ain't even heard, man. Let me look at all the UFO landings in that area. And coming to find out, it was 2 crash sites in the bitch backyard. I'm like, shit, don't nobody see this shit. Nobody ain't paying attention. That's how lost we is, gang. You know what I'm talking about? That's how lost we is. But Trey Gang love y'all, and I'ma keep us safe. Y'all be cool. And I'ma go live later on tonight so everybody could take a proper, when it come to this, you got emergency package. This for man. If you smell something, could keep this in mind. Some of that thunder breath is odorless. You won't even know what hit the phone. Yeah, somebody said, yeah, I remember COVID 54. Yeah, you remember COVID 54? That's why they had to hurry up. Ah, shit. That's why I love y'all, bro, because y'all waking up. Y'all know I ain't lying. That's why the CEO got assassinated, because he came out, he had a cure for that dragon breath. He was gonna cure all these whole breath, and then you know they got rid of him. Man, that man came out with the best Tic Tacs. Did y'all know they assassinated the CEO on the Tic Tac? That's why they got rid of the Tic Tac man, bro. That's what killed you the most. But yeah, gang, I appreciate the like and I appreciate the love, y'all. I just want to let y'all know, man, I'm just keeping it 100 and I just want to expose these bastards and put them on blast and have fun with it at the same time. So until then, Trey Gang to be back. Love y'all.